Hey everybody, this is Chris with Keys to the Shop. I hope you're having an awesome day today. Welcome to another episode of Shift Break. Before we dive into the content today, I really want you to check out aeropressmovie.com. Aless and Reddick over at EuropeanCoffeeTrip.com, they have made this fantastic movie that documents the invention of the AeroPress and its rise to fame in the coffee industry. It's only 45 minutes long, but it's packed with a lot of great, entertaining, and fascinating information about the AeroPress device, and it's just become sort of a coffee cultural phenomenon. I think they've captured the essence of all of this very well in their film. Just go to aeropressmovie.com, find out where there's a screening near you, or if you want to host a screening, you can also find out how to do that over on their website. So again, check out aeropressmovie.com. And also thank you so much to Aless and Reddick for all the work they do at European Coffee Trip and making this great movie. Okay, so today on the Shift Break episode, I quickly wanted to talk about winning and losing. This is something that, if you've been working in retail coffee any length of time, we have competitions. And for the U.S., the most notable competition is coming up this weekend in Kansas City. Coffee Championships, the U.S. Coffee Championships are happening, and there are people from all over the country coming together to show their skills, to give a message in their presentation, to feature their coffees, and just do an excellent job. And each one of them is vying for the top place. And the fact that this is coming up, I was thinking also about how the concept of winning and losing, it doesn't really do justice to the experience of competition or the experience of pushing yourself in specialty coffee. We had the U.S. champion, Cole McBride, on the show last year when he won. And one of the things that he talks about is how he's always pushing himself to do better and better and always learning. And this is just a personal pursuit of his. He wants to be mindful and present in every moment when he's on bar, no matter what he's doing. And that perspective really, I think, is such a healthy way to go about perceiving what you're doing when you're competing. Because, this is not news to anybody, but most of the people competing this weekend are not going to win the top place. And the same actually is true about coffee shops. There are goals that you have when you open a coffee shop that are not going to be met. There are things that you do to try to get people to vote for your coffee shop for best coffee shop in your town. And then when you get the third place in that magazine or that newspaper, you feel a little dejected. Like the competitions can make or break us. And certainly, having been down the road of competition myself and seen so many of my friends throughout the industry go through that gauntlet many, many, many times, it wears on you. And it can warp your sense of self-worth. I think competitions are fantastic vehicles for self-improvement. And I think that setting goals for your coffee shop and for winning over the hearts and minds of your community are worthy things. I do think that we tend to define ourselves on the outcome of these competitions and somewhat sell ourselves short in terms of what we've gained from the experience of engaging in setting these goals and competing itself. This is sort of a message both to all the competitors this weekend in Kansas City and all of the people who operate coffee shops or own coffee shops who find themselves competing daily for, a healthy business, to gain more customers and things like that. The only thing you can do is your absolute best in the moment. And maybe it's not exactly the thing that you wanted to have happen. You didn't get into the finals. You got second place for, the fourth time in a row. And there's just this goal that you're trying to reach. And that, again, I think those things are fantastic to have, but they don't define us as people. And I would say a healthy way to pursue these goals is to make sure that we're still paying attention to all of the positive impact that we are having back home in the day-to-day operations of the cafe. As baristas, as we compete, sometimes competition can turn into an escape from the daily rhythm of the bar. And coming back, having lost a competition, speaking from personal experience, can feel like, back to the same old crap. I'm never going to escape this. And we look at what we come back to as a punishment almost, because we didn't place where we wanted to. When we win, we get consulting deals and we get notoriety. And we're trying to win this platform, both by being the best coffee shop in your city or by being a U.S. coffee champion, right? You're trying to win a platform where you already have a platform available to you to express your ideas, to make an impact on the lives of people that you currently serve and know in your circle of friends and your customers, etc. So I guess this is just kind of a call to say, if you're competing, whether it's for customers or for a championship, there is a balance that I think is healthy to strike when it comes to how we pursue winning. Because there are lots of things that we win on the road to try to win that one thing, that one title. On the way to doing well in the competitions, we end up collecting a lot of meaningful experiences that I hate to see, and it happens a lot. I hate to see it happen where we discount the value of those experiences. So whether you're a barista this weekend in Kansas City, or you're an owner and an operator who has set a lofty goal for themselves and is in constant pursuit of that thing, don't let the pursuit blind you to the value of the things that currently are and the things that you're experiencing on the way. I know a lot of us tend to have negative self-talk lurking in the back of our minds, especially if we're competitive and we're driven in a particular direction. We can be pretty hard on ourselves. Allow yourself the space to be able to recognize the good that is happening currently and the impact that you've already had on your friends and your customers and your community through your business, through your service, through just representing your cafe on a regional level. Don't let your goals and the outcomes of your pursuit of those goals define who you are and if you're valuable or not. You are absolutely valuable, and you can make a huge difference and have made a huge difference already. So I hope that this helps center us a little bit and prevents us from inadvertently overvaluing the things that we don't have and undervaluing the things that we do. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for your success, whether that's in your shop or in the competition arena, and good luck to all of you. Thank you for joining me for this episode. I hope you have an awesome rest of your week, and we'll see you here next week for another edition of Shift Break, from keys to the shop.